We are at Crystal Onyx Cave. They're not mammoth, but they're spectacular. This is where you buy tickets, gift shop, buy some. We have lots of big boys here. What's the connection with Big Boy and Crystal Onyx? They're not mammoth, but they're Big Boy.
Here in Cave City, why so many have such similar sounding names. So we were at the tail end of the Kentucky Cave Wars, and he named all of these caves similar to Mammoth Cave so he could tell people that they were visiting part of Mammoth Cave. So yeah, it was never true. None of us are connected. So, but he recognized this as a sinkhole, and he brought a partner up and they started to pickaxe away at the dirt. But they didn't get very far because you see where that gray mud is just below eye level? That extended all the way down to the mouth of the cave. So we had about 40 feet thick of a clay, mud, and rock plug. So in 1960, all he had to do was go down to the local hardware store where he bought 6 sticks of dynamite, put it around the circle, and blew the whole thing up. So once the dust settled, they felt a cool breeze beneath, they realized they'd found a cave. So they started digging out tunnels for people to come and visit, but they kept finding more and more caves. So that process took them 5 years. So during that time, they were finding any kind of artifacts, fossils, breaking off bits and pieces of formations, anything they could sell to keep their operation going. And they opened up the cave for visitors in 1965. So very quickly, the reputation of the cave started to spread as people came through and saw all the formations we have. So Cleon started getting phone calls from newspapers around the country that wanted to interview him about his cave discovery. So he realized the cave itself was what he had of value if they stopped breaking off formations in the late 60s. So they sold it in the early 70s, made a little bit of money. The cave then changed hands an additional 5 times over the next few decades as one family after another discovered you do not become a millionaire giving cave tours. So it has to be something you enjoy. So Scott and Sarah, the current owners, were coming through with their family from the 90s on. They said they would come from Michigan down to Florida to go to their swap meets. They like to stop off here in Kentucky and look at caves. So this one had become kind of a favorite, but when they came through in 2009, it was closed. So they were disappointed, made some calls around, discovered the owner died. His wife sold it to the cell phone company who was leasing it for the cell phone towers. So they went back to their motel room that night and had a conversation very few married couples ever have to have. Honey, do you think we should buy a cave? So they decided to do exactly that. They put in a bid in 2009, reached an agreement in 2010. So when they came in to survey what they had purchased, they realized that all the steps and railings were still original from the 60s. Nobody had ever updated anything. So they decided to gut the whole cave and start from scratch. So as a result of their work, we now have all new concrete and steel stairways, railings, and bridges, a whole new LED lighting system so you can see the whole cave really easily, and it doesn't raise the temperature of the cave. We only opened up in 2018, so you're going to see a very recently renovated cave. Thanks for coming. Now you just lived through my whole lecture. Give yourselves a hand. Yay, we thought she'd never stop talking.
Hey, thanks for coming along on this episode of Our American Travel. We hope you enjoyed our visit to Crystal Onyx Cave. We enjoyed it,
Yes,
so
we
we
did.
hope that you did. We'd love it if you would like and subscribe to our videos and maybe hit the notification button, and so that way you'll know when our next video comes out. What do you think that's going to be?
I have no idea.
I don't really have an idea, but I think it might be something to do with Kentucky Horse Park.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe Noah's Ark.
Okay.
One of those two coming
Yeah,
up soon.
yeah,
So
yeah.
come along and hopefully you'll enjoy.
And remember,
What are we supposed to remember? It's all about the journey.